So it's a little after 6 o'clock. It's still really humid, but it's not as hot. So figure I'd kind of walk and talk. Grinder was here. They did a lot of grinding today. They went ahead and opened up that area wider. I'm gonna walk over and take a picture from the other direction. And you can see it looks like a huge scar. It's too late to do anything about it literally right now. We're at, mid-August. But next year, just imagine a field full of wildflowers, because that's 99% about what I'm gonna do. There is a baby hummingbird. I'm gonna see if I can zoom in on him really quick. At the feeder. It's on the back side of it. There he is. See, he's one of the two babies that the mama had. Or she is one of the two babies. She doesn't have a red chest, and all the females so far have been white-chested and gone. All right, so back to my scar. Anyway, just imagine a field of wildflowers, because that's where I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up going with that. But we'll talk about that more as I get over there. Kind of stay tuned. There are going to be a couple of short little videos, just kind of each area. I'm not going to sit there and film for nothing while I'm walking. So stay tuned. Just a second. So today's vehicles actually got a lot farther than yesterday. The debris leaves that you're looking at right there are literally laying in the ravine. Steep drop off. This isn't flat. You can kind of tell facing that way and scan over that it just drops off into the ravine, but they had a larger vehicle out here today, much larger vehicle. So I'm impressed. They got a lot more done, as far as just cut back and in general. I am on my side of the property fence line. Again, just enjoying this view, because it's not a view that I've been able to see. I've got this great rock formation sticking out there that goes down into the ravine, almost like steps. I can only imagine how when the water is actually running, it would look like a waterfall type thing. I've got more steps over there. Got a lot of debris in the ravine though, and some of it's just going to stay there. I'm not going to be able to get in and cut it down and grind it just from where it is. You can see where, like right there, the vehicles are even starting to slip, so they kind of stopped. But they'll be back again tomorrow, mostly because all the way, that little green right there is the debris starting on the other side of the ravine, and they've not cut any or ground any of that back down yet. So I will have more grinding tomorrow to get to listen to. But you can see the house is much more open. Yeah. They said they're probably going to leave that tree because there was a deer stand in it. I don't care if they leave it or take it, truly. Yeah, again, just a quick look. Talk to you in a few. So this is just one of those quick views. Yeah, I am standing on what was the fence line, and I'm lined up with it left to right. You can't really see it well on that side. There are orange tags in there. You see it better on this side, but there's no fence marking on this side. If you look, that tree right there is lined up with the fence line. That's not the property line. The property line is over there. And why it's only, I don't know, 10, 15 feet off. It's still 10 or 15 feet that's off, versus what's mine or what's my neighbor's. So, and being that the other guy has 400 for his cows, I want my 10 feet. So long term, I'll probably end up moving the fence posts here. Not specifically the entire fence. I might be able to restring some of the barbed wire. Might not, don't know. But I'll move the fence posts themselves over that 15 feet. Might not happen until September, October, November time frame. It's not crazy important as long as the orange stickers or orange tape stay up. And if the orange tape is up, then I and or my neighbor both know where the line is, and he's cool with it, I'm cool with it. I don't know if you can see it back there in the trees. There you go. There's the orange tape. It was something that I won't lie, I demanded as part of the sale prices that the prior owner and I split the cost to have the property survey done. Because you figure even in the past, I don't know, 10 years, 20 years, the GPS has gotten so much better as far as being able to track where the actual lines of property are, and I didn't want to dispute with the neighbors. So anyway, just pointed out, life is good. And on to the next video. This is now the view of my house from the road. You can see the whole thing. Jeep's right there, you know, the house, the porch. So, yeah, a wide open view. Huh. So excuse me if I sound out of breath just a little. I am up at the, I'm going to tell you, north central part of the property. Small orange tag. Going towards the south. That's west with sunset. And over there is the property line tag going to the north. This is as far as I've been into the property. That direction I have been on the road that's down there. Yes, there is a road that's down there. That's where the neighbor gets to his house. I am not at the, I don't want to call that the northwest corner. I've got to go from here to the road and then at least that much distance wise again before I hit that corner of the property. But I'm not quite center. You know, looking at Google Maps, the power lines are not center. There's more property that way to the south than there is going back towards the north from where I am. So that's why it's northwestern side of the property, just not northwestern corner. But they've cleared it. Roughly, what is that, 20 feet on each side. And I'm far enough in the property you can't see the house from here. Even if I zoom in, you know, the house is down the hill somewhere. That's the transformer that's kind of going before the house, back where they were clearing like the pine trees. But yeah, you can't see the house from here. So this is awesome though. This is a nice little hike up here. God, I can't wait. My long-term goal is to create a path that goes all the way around. So not this wide. You know, this is what, if they did 20 feet on both sides, this is a 40-foot wide path. It could be, it looks close enough to be 40 foot wide. I was looking at, you know, 4 or 5 feet wide, kind of wandering in and around the trees. You know, I know that's one thingy. There's another one way back there. There's another one, and back there there's 3 of them that you can see. But just kind of follow that and make myself a 5-foot wide trail. So I would always have a walking trail, kind of all the way around the property, walk my fence line, and then you got this thing up here in the middle. And this is, I won't lie, this is awesome. There are several runoff ravines coming through this, so that'll be interesting. Put little bridges on it so I can walk, and then walk and walk, you know, kind of thing. But I'm going back down. I just wanted to come up and film it, at least as far as what was mine. It goes on to the other guy's property. Looks like he's got some junk that he's left sitting on his property. I don't know if you can see it there in the corner. I'm not even sure what it is. But it's his, not mine. Life is good. All right, I'm going to walk back down. And I'll talk to y'all later. Basically, this is the same way. Imagine a field of wildflowers. Lupin and black-eyed Susan and Queen Mary lace and I don't know. Good Lord, several thousand like come into my head. Irises would do great here because I love the sun. Nostrums would do great here. Just a field of flowers. Must be careful though if I do that, if I truly create a field of flowers, because they're not coming back to prune again for, what, 5 to 10 years. So I would have a wildflower meadow. I would just have to be careful. We know the deer here on my property, and I could plant a bunch of stuff like daylilies or delilahs, and those are a delicacy to the deer, and they would eat them before I ever got to see them. They don't like irises, they don't like nostrum. Lupine, it depends. Some days they'll eat it, some days they won't. So again, wildflower meadow, kind of going up the hillside, up to my property line with a walking path in between. And that way when they come back 5 or 10 years from now, if I'm maintaining it as a meadow, they're not going to need to do anything until they get past my property line, and I like the sound of that. Anyway, just thoughts. Not going to happen this year, so who knows? We'll see what the future holds. It's the road to my neighbor's house, and that's my property down there. So, kitchen window looks directly up this hill. Right now it's just an ugly scar. So, I will do something. We'll see.